You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Next thing will be from the movie Elf.
Sounds like somebody needs to sing a Christmas carol.
No way.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Thanks, but I don't sing.
Oh well, it's just like talking, except longer and louder, and you move your voice up and down.
I can sing, I just choose not to sing, especially in front of other people.
If you can sing alone, you sing in front of other people. There's no difference.
Actually, there's a big difference.
No, there's not. Wait. I'm singing, I'm in the store, and I'm singing, I'm in the store, and I'm singing.
Hey, there's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
We sing all the time,
No, you don't.
especially when we build toys. See?
Next is a scene from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
So when did you get the 10-minute on wheels?
Oh, that, huh? There's an RV. Yeah, I borrowed it off a buddy of mine. He took my house, I took the RV. It's a good-looking vehicle, ain't it?
Yeah, it looks so nice parked in the driveway.
Yeah, it sure does. But don't you go falling in love with it now, because we're taking it with us when we leave here next month.
This is another scene from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Since it is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us saying grace.
What dear?
Grace.
Grace, you passed away 30 years ago.
They want you to say grace, the blessing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
And now we have another scene from the movie Elf.
Who the heck are you?
What are you talking about? I'm Santa Claus.
No, you're not.
Oh, why, of course I am. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, if you're Santa, what song did I sing for you on your birthday this year?
Happy birthday, of course. Ho, ho, ho. How old are you, son?
4.
You're a big boy. What's your name?
Plummet.
How now, what can I get you for Christmas?
Don't tell him what you want. He's a liar.
Let the kid talk.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Look, I'm not kidding.
You're a fake.
I'm a fake.
Yes,
How would you like to be dead, huh? Ho, ho, ho. Just kidding.
you stink.
I think you're going to have a good Christmas, all right.
Whee!
You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
And now we have another scene from the movie Elf.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Next is a scene from Mickey's Christmas Carol.
And what are you doing here, nephew? I came to give you a wreath and invite you to Christmas dinner.
Well, I suppose you're going to have plum juice with chestnut dressing.
Yep.
And will you have plum pudding and lemon sauce?
Yeah, boy oh boy.
And candy fruit with spiced sugar cane?
Yeah, will you come?
Are you drunk, man? You know I can't eat that stuff. Here's your drink back. Now out.
Merry Christmas.
And back to...
This is another scene from Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Work, Mr. Scrooge. Tomorrow is Christmas, and I was wondering if I could have a half day off.
Christmas, I suppose so, but I'll dock you half a day's pay. Let's see, I pay you 2 shillings a day.
2 shillings and a half penny, sir.
Oh yes, I give you that raise 3 years ago.
Yes, sir, when I started doing your laundry.
Alright, okay, just got it. Get busy while I go over my books. Oh, and here you go. Here's another little shirt for you.
Yes, sir.
The next scene is from Mr. F's favorite movie, The Christmas Story.
Hey, Dad, I bet you never guessed what I got you for Christmas.
A new furnace.
That's a good one, Dad.
My old man was one of the most feared furnace fires in North Indiana.
The next scene is from Mr. F's favorite movie, The Christmas Story.
Are you kissing my tongue? Is that your full of that stuff? That's because you know you skip. You're full of it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I do want to dare you. Now it was serious. A double dog dare. What else was there but a triple dare you? And then the
good or bad of all dares, the sinister triple dog dare.
I triple dog dare ya!
Schwartz created a slave breach of etiquette by skipping the triple daring way right from the throat.
This scene is from the movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
As the Grinch took the tree, as he started to shove, he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast, and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was no more than two. She stared at the Grinch and said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
"But do you know that that old Grinch was so smart, so slick, that he thought to polite and he thought to help quick?"
Why, my sweet little tot?
The fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a lie on the tree that won't lie or on one side, so I'm taking it home to my workshop and I'll fix it up there and I'll bring her back here.
And his bib fooled the child, that he patted her head, he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou who was in bed with her cup, he crept to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. And then went up the chimney himself, the old liar. The last thing he took was a log from their fire. Of the walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left was in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. That he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses.
Every Who down in Whoville liked math a lot, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not. The Grinch hated math ever since the start of the school season. Now please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be perhaps that his paper is too white. It could be that his pen wouldn't write. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his pencil was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his pencil or his paper, he stood there on the day before the test, fumbling with his erasers, staring down from his desk with a sour, grinchy mask at the warm, happy faces of the students in class. For he knew every Who, while he lurked, was busy doing their homework. "And they're reading their textbooks," he snarled with a sneer. "Tomorrow is the test. It's practically here." Then he growled, with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. "I must find some way to keep the test from coming. For tomorrow, I know all the Who's will wake bright and early, and they'll rush for the school entrance. And then, oh, the silence, silence, silence. There's one thing I hate, all the silence, silence, silence. And then they'll stand close together with the bells ringing. They'll sit down, and the Who's will start writing. They'll solve, and they'll calculate, and they'll write. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who math test, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this, in fact, protest. Why, for 10 whole years I put up with it now. I must stop this test from coming. But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I just know what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat. I'll make a quick school uniform, hat, and a coat. Well, this is stop number 1, the Grinchy hissed as he ran down the stairs, recycle bin in his fist. Then he squeezed through the small door, a rather tight pinch, but if the students could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once. He felt sore, but then he stuck his head out of the door, where the little Who textbooks lay in a row. These books, he grinched, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant, and he took out some pliers. Around the whole room he went, and he twisted all the wires. It was a quarter of dawn, all the Who's still asleep, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his heap. Packed it up with their computers, their pencils, their textbooks, their pens, erasers, and workbooks. 10,000 feet up the side of the big toy, he rode with his load to the tip-top to destroy. Pooh, pooh to the Who's, he was grinchily humming. They're finding out now that no math test is coming. They're waking up, and I know what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will cry, boo-hoo. And that's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. He paused, and the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he didn't hear a sound rising over the meadow. It was quiet and silent, leaving him hollow. But this silence wasn't sad. Why, this silence seemed to be from people who were glad. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was working without any paper at all. He hadn't stopped the test from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with himself, rained on in his sorrow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without books. It came without pens. It came without paper, Wi-Fi, or sense. He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe tests, he thought to himself, in realization, maybe tests, perhaps, are a chance to prove your dedication. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small pencil grew 3 sizes that day. And when the true meaning of the test came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. And now that he could write, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. With a smile to his soul, he descended the big toy, cheerily blowing hoo-hoo on his trumpet. He rode into Whoville. He brought back their paper. He brought back their textbooks and even an eraser. He brought back their pens and their pencils and workbooks, brought back their computers, their chargers, and their coloring books. He brought everything back, all of the papers for the test, and the Grinch rang the school bell, signaling the time for the teachers to take a rest.
You who are on the road must have a code you try to live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by. Feed them all your dreams, the one they pick, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would try. So just look at them and